StrikeZone, doing our podcast here, testing things out.
That's right, we got Joe Passarelli, Jason Jasnowski, and Immortal Mike Sorkin here live.
Yes, this is Monday, March the 16th, 2015.
This is the beginning of the StrikeZone's future.
That's right, and here again, a little free preview live on YouTube on the Joe Passarelli channel, so shout out to everybody watching on YouTube as well. Now, we wanted to discuss a few things. We're running through this equipment, and one of the things we wanted to discuss is Roman Reigns. We just saw his promo with Paul Heyman. They really tried to make him look strong, guys, in that promo, and certainly we all have varying opinions on Roman. And Mike, why don't you lead off? I know you're very critical on Roman, so what do you think?
My thing about the Roman Reigns is, he definitely, I think he needs a manager. I really don't think he had great mic skills when he was with the Shield. So, he's protected when you're in the group. When by yourself, we can see a lot of his weaknesses. His wrestling is okay. It's not great. Maybe he hasn't been booked right. But as far as the mic skills get, he definitely needs a guy like Paul Heyman. Without a manager, I don't think Roman Reigns could survive and be a top champion in the WWE. That's my personal opinion on Roman Reigns.
I certainly don't think in the past he would have been, but given their lack of talent and lack of talent they book strong, they really don't have any other option here. I feel like had this happened a year ago at Reigns, where he would have won the World Rumble instead of Batista, we all would have lost our shit over it. We all would have popped. Majority of us love the Shield, and even Jay, going back to when the Shield split up, when Seth turned on him, there was no Roman backlash at that point, nor Dean Ambrose backlash. People loved both guys equally. And then they did the thing where Orton and Roman was doing the same thing every week before he got hurt, feuding with Orton, feuding with the Authority. Roman got hurt. I believe that actually hurt him because that took away any possible matches he could have had to prove himself, including a potential match with him and Triple H, which was talked about on the internet at the Night of Champions pay-per-view, which never happened. Should have happened, I feel. I think Triple H could have put Roman over the right way, and that really would have started Roman's ascension better. Instead, Roman comes back off injury in December, wins the Superstar of the Year, which made absolutely no sense, and already gave a bad taste in us fans' mouth, a bad connotation that, alright, this is the new guy like Cena, this is the new guy they're going to shove down our throat, without us even giving us a chance as to why we hate him. I think if you ask 99% of fans, Mike, why they hate Roman, besides the lack of talking, they couldn't tell you. He's a pretty badass guy. The Superman punch is a hell of a move. The flying dropkick on the outside of the ring is a hell of a move. I'm not in love with his spear, but I do feel like his spear is getting better, where he's really getting a running start, where he speared the Big Show through the barricade last week on SmackDown, Mark Henry rather, on SmackDown. I feel like it's really showcasing his strength, and even from a believability factor, everybody wanted Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. You gotta tell me Roman Reigns, from a tail of the tape standpoint, isn't a more believable, credible opponent? A guy who kind of looks the part, like a Shane Carwin or a Cain Velasquez, who whooped Brock Lesnar's ass the last UFC fight he had? Or Verdum?
See, my whole thing on the Roman Reigns, he kind of reminds me of like The Rock. When he came in as a Rocky Maivia, felt like he was kind of forced on the people for people to cheer him. He is related to The Rock, and it feels like the company has made him as their prize toy. So I think Roman Reigns in this case, you might have to turn him heel, like what they did with The Rock. And that's when The Rock became The Rock. He developed a personality. So making Roman Reigns go heel with a manager, might have the people respect him more. Because let's face it, a lot of these over the years, as you can see, some of the best wrestlers, after they turn heel, and then when they turn heel, now the Fiends want to cheer them.
And the Shield, Mike, piggybacking off what you said, not only was Roman protected by two of the best indie workers WWE had signed in years, in Ambrose and Rollins, two very good wrestlers. Ambrose is a hell of a talker. Seth in small doses can talk. So yes, Roman was protected in the Shield. The Shield, for most of their run, was a heel entity. They were turned babyface with the Wyatt feud and then the Evolution feud because they got so over, they were cool. And then you turn the heat on Seth, with Seth turning on him, where we thought maybe Roman or Dean would be the one to turn. They kind of swerved us with Seth. I feel like Roman, they've almost neutered him in a way to where he's looking too PG. And yeah, what I'm talking about with the booking, not just the Superstar of the Year, but those promos afterwards with Suffering Succotash and Faster Than a Speeding Bullet and ripping off these cartoon characters didn't do him any justice either, to where now he's keeping it more about his family, about his Samoan heritage. And I'd rather hear about what Joe and Noah, Roman Reigns, is actually made up of than